I've been a fisherman all my life. My father before me, his father before him. The sea was our bread, our grave, and everything in between. I trusted her moods. I knew her storms, her calms, her hidden reefs. But what I saw one night out on the North Atlantic, that wasn't the sea I knew. That was something older, something hungrier. It was late in the season, colder than a churchyard at midnight. Most of the other boats had already hauled in, tied up, and gone home. But I was desperate. Catches had been poor that year, and I wasn't about to show my face in port with an empty hold. So I set out further than I'd ever gone. Just me, my old trawler, and a stubborn streak wide as the horizon. The night started calm. Too calm. The sea lay flat as glass, the kind of still that makes your skin crawl. My lantern swung above the deck, throwing yellow light over the nets as I hauled them in. But something gnawed at me. There were no gulls trailing me, no fish thrashing in the water, no sound but the creak of wood. Even the air smelled strange, thick, like old iron. Then the fog came. Not the usual mist that drifts in soft and low, but a wall of gray, heavy, swallowing the world. I couldn't see 10 feet past the bow. Stars gone, moon gone. Just me in a bubble of lantern light, adrift in nothing. That's when I heard it, crying. Faint, far off at first. A woman sobbing carried on the still air. It wound through me like a hook. No sound is lonelier at sea than someone weeping. I leaned over the rail, lantern outstretched, searching the water. "Hello," I called, voice shaking. "Who's there?" At first, the fog answered with silence. Then came the splash of hands on water. Pale, too pale, breaking the surface. Slender arms, fingers too long, nails sharp as fishhooks. Then faces rose. One, then another, then a dozen, until the sea around my boat was full of them. I'll never forget those faces. Skin bloated, white as belly-up fish, lips torn and swollen, black eyes staring without blinking. Their hair streamed like weeds. Some had barnacles clinging to their cheeks. Others had strips of flesh missing, as though something had chewed on them. I stumbled back, heart hammering, but I couldn't look away. They floated silent at first. Then, as one, their mouths opened, and the crying turned to laughter, high, broken, and sharp enough to rattle my bones. The boat lurched. Something enormous scraped beneath the hull, rocking me hard to the side. I went for the engine, hands shaking, praying it would turn over, but it coughed, sputtered, and died. That laughter swelled, echoing in my skull, until I swore it was coming from inside me. Then they spoke, not with mouths, but with voices that poured straight into my head. "Come with us. Come below. It's warm where we sleep." The lantern flickered, casting shadows across the deck. In that darkness, I felt them, soft, cold hands brushing my ankles, gripping the wood of the boat. When the light flared again, they were climbing over the sides. Dozens of them, dripping and grinning, water running from their slack mouths. Their jaws unhinged too wide, revealing rows of thin, needle teeth. One grabbed my arm. The skin was soft, spongy, like rotten fish. I screamed, tore free, swung the butt of an oar at its face. The thing's jaw snapped sideways with a crack, but it didn't fall. It only grinned wider, black tar oozing from the wound. Others swarmed, hands clawing, nails biting into my skin. The cold sank into me, deep, numbing, like they were pulling the life from my veins. My head swam, my chest burned. I felt the sea beneath me open like a mouth, waiting to swallow me. The last thing I remember was one of them pressing close, its black eyes locked on mine. I saw nothing in them, no hunger, no rage, just emptiness, endless and patient. Its lips brushed my ear, and I heard the words, "Breathe deep." Then I was gone. When I woke, I was on the shore, soaked to the bone, lungs aching like I drowned. My boat washed up 3 days later, empty, nets shredded, fish stripped to bone, the deck slick with some black slime that stank of brine and rot. Folks said I was lucky, said I must have fallen overboard, drifted in, and the tide had mercy. But I know better. They didn't let me go. They spared me, maybe to carry the tale, maybe to remind me they're still out there, waiting. And I swear to you, when the fog rolls thick, when the gulls fall silent and the sea goes still, I hear it again. That weeping, that laughter, and sometimes I feel their cold fingers brushing against me, even on dry land.